So welcome to Anukri and Higher Realm Channeling. Give us a moment. And tonight they're going to talk about protection. What it is and do you need it and how does that work? Okay? All right. Plus whatever else they want to talk about. So give us a minute to step aside. I welcome you, my children, because tonight we wish to discuss a topic that many of you have asked us about, and that is the topic of protection. Do you need to protect yourself, and if so, from what, and what does that look like, and how do you do that? So this concept is more complicated than you would imagine. First of all, we wish to say that what you think you are protecting yourself from is not actually what we see. So we have said many, many times that there is no reason for fear. And right now there is much fear on your planet for many, many reasons. And fear stops you from flow. When you are in fear and when you fear an outcome or you fear something that might happen, it literally puts a dam in the flow of the river. So fear is not needed. Then you say, well, what about protection? What about my energy? What about those out there? We wish for you to think differently about protection. Do not think that there is someone there to harm you. Do not think there is someone there that is evil or bad for you. Realize, much like we have said before, that there are people or beings that are ignorant. They are ignorant about themselves, and they are therefore ignorant about you and who you are. So there are times that someone may see your light, and they may think your light is the one that is for them. And so they attach themselves energetically to you. Do you need protection from them? No. What you need is better boundaries for your energy. So there are many visualizations you can use. The one that we have given the being before you is the visualization of an egg, kind of wrapped around her with permeability, but that the energy still can flow, but yet there is a filter on what you allow to come to you. For everyone is on different levels of this game. And therefore on each level there's different energy. And so if you are on level 3 or 5, and you meet someone who is still on level 1, they may see you and go, ooh, you know something, I wish to attach to you. All of this is energetic. It is not done in their minds. Their energy sees your light. It is brighter than theirs, and they wish to attach to it. So you just have to have good boundaries energetically. There are times where spirits who do not inhabit physical beings, much like us, that have come from different levels of this game, and again see your light and go, ooh, we like that light, we will attach to that light, and you feel that something is attached to you, you need to release. If you decide that this being that's attached to you is evil, what's that word you say, out to harm you, if that is the case, then you need to step back and breathe and just know that it is a lost soul. It is a lost soul. We wish for you to think differently. When you think that there is good and evil, and yes, there is, it is duality, that's part of the game. But when you think that the evil is out to get me, it creates fighting, it creates fear, it creates a problem. And as we said a moment ago, when you have that level of fear and fight, you will find that your life does not flow like you want it to. So you must release those beliefs and shift them to see these entities as lost souls that you can lead to the light they really are seeking. So you can say, I am not the light you seek. Let me point you to the light you are looking for. Again, they are not intentionally there to harm you. They are lost or confused. Now, they may be lost and confused, and it may come across as though they are trying to harm you. But if you can see them too as innocent souls, if you can see them as friend, not foe, you can assist them to the other side. You can assist them to the light that they seek, which is not you, even though you might be brighter than they are. So what we are saying is that there is a level of what you might call protection, but we do not see it that way. We see it as better boundaries for your own energy, better boundaries for the energies coming at you, better boundaries in your spiritual realm, that you don't allow these hitchhikers to attach, and that you escort these hitchhikers off to where they need to go. Again, not evil, not out to get you. We wish to also be clear that the other things you ask us about, the other things you are worried about, such as curses, or someone holding negative thoughts about you and is now affecting you, those things only affect you when you let them. Let me say that again. Those things only affect you when you let them. Other beings, I do not care what ritual they have done, what prayers they have prayed, other beings that walk your planet cannot harm you with a curse, cannot harm you because they're thinking bad thoughts about you. It is not possible. Now, if your ego and your mind believe that it's true, you will then manifest it inside yourself. But you have done it to you, not them. You have done it to yourself, not them. So be clear that you are sovereign in your energy. You are sovereign in your form. And that in that sovereignty, what they say or do or project on you does not stick unless you receive it and accept it as truth. Don't do that. Let it go. They can have as many curses as they wish. Many people may hold negative feelings about you. They may wish you harm or evil or badness, but that is their issue. That is their struggle, not yours, unless you take it on. That is when it becomes a problem for you because you believe in it. When you believe in something, it makes it more real. So if you believe in the curse and you think that curse is real, then that curse affects you. Notice we did not say that curse is real. We choose our words wisely. That curse still is not real. It just now affects you because you have decided it is real. So when you think about protection, we wish for you to realize there is nothing to protect yourself from. That you are a sovereign being, and if you have a good boundary around yourself that is permeable to let in the energies that you wish to let in, and to let your energy and light out, and if someone attaches to you accidentally, then you help them on, and you just see them as lost, not as bad. you will find your life will shift. As was mentioned, when you live in that state of worry and fear, when you believe that someone else can actually have an effect on you, such as a curse or negative thoughts that impede your life, it stops the flow of your life. And we have spoken many times about the importance of staying in that universal flow. And when you are in that universal flow, you know things work out. May or may not be exactly the way that your mind had, but they work out, and they work out for your highest and best. But when you hold on to these old beliefs that really belong to the lower levels of this game, these beliefs belong to the lower levels of this game. When you are there, curses and evil and protection are important at that moment, yet not real. But as you grow and as you move and as you evolve and as you come and listen to these channelings and hear from us and others who are channeling at this time, you will find you grow and you shift your ideas on these principles. So, for our perspective, there is no need for protection against anything. And those that might feel the need for it are still not evolving to a level that you are. For as you grow and you move, you realize it is all just energy. It is all just energy. That's it. And so you can grow and move and evolve in the energy. You can let the energy go as flow. You can continue without the need for protection. Have good boundaries on your energy. Have good boundaries in your life, in your relationships, and have good boundaries with the spirit world as well. When you do this, you find you will stay in flow. You will not go to fear. For the concept of I need to protect comes from fear, not love. And we encourage you to come from the space of love and understanding that these other beings just are ignorant, not informed, don't know. I am not the light you seek. You must go to the light that is right for you. It is not me. Move on. Do not stay attached. Allow that to sink in. Allow that to evolve. Allow that to happen within your life, and things will move much better. Things will move much better when you understand it is all just energies. Not right or wrong, or good or bad, or heavenly or helly, but that instead it is just energy. And allow it to move on to where it needs to be. Allow it to move on to its next destination, which is not you. And your life will happen and flow much better. Thank you.
We have spoken to you many times about the fact that you are source. This is not a speculation. This is not a wish. It is fact. You are source. You are all that is. This is where the energy that you rely upon for daily life comes from, source. Whether you think this energy comes to you in the form of food, which is source, or air, again, source, or drink, it is all source. When you allow your mind, which is actually only part of this game, only part of duality, to begin to grasp at thoughts of fear or thoughts of lack. All you are doing is allowing Source to become afraid of a thought. As a matter of fact, any fear that you could have is nothing more than fear of a thought. That's it. Now, there are, as has been stated tonight, among you, those who are not as evolved perhaps as you are, and certainly not as evolved as you are becoming. These individuals, or entire groups perhaps, do not know that they can go straight to Source for their energy, for their sustenance within the game. So they begin to look for those who are above them, maybe only a fraction of an inch, but are above them, that seem in their minds to have more energy than they do. So as was said, they attach. They begin to feed on the energy that you are drawing from Source. Please hear my words though. The energy you are drawing from Source, they are not feeding on your energy. They are feeding on the energy you are drawing from Source as Source. So the best protection that you could possibly have is, number one, remember that your energy comes to you directly from Source in an uninterrupted flow. Number two, the protection is to teach those who come to you and who come around you that they too can draw directly upon Source for their needs, for their energy. This is a very simple way to always know that the role you call yourself inside this game is always whole, complete, and filled with light. Protection in and of itself, if you wish to play that game within this game, is fine. There are many ways, and as was stated earlier, one of the easiest is to simply put yourself inside of an egg or a bubble to where you can sense and feel others, but you are filtering that which comes through your screen, your egg, your bubble. You are making a conscious choice of whether you want to allow that into your presence. Within this presence, what you find is that there is a sense of connectedness. And as you are looking, and I believe the word that was used was ignorance, this does not mean that they are dumb, that they are stupid, or that they are evil. It simply means you have knowledge that they do not have at that moment. That's all ignorance is. Lack of knowledge, lack of factual information. So as you teach those around you to find their own light, and it may be as simple as naming the game with some of those in your life that you know come to you, and they want to be in your energies so they can feel better. Well, they can feel better when they are not around you if you will teach them to simply connect to Source. You may be challenged from time to find the language that fits their level of understanding to help them make this shift from others to Source for their sustenance. but that is part of your learning as well. It has been said also that there is no evil. And we say that this is a truth on this planet. There is the appearance of evil. There is the appearance of opposites. But everything is source. Source needs not protect itself from itself. You need not protect yourself from yourself. And as source, all those you perceive in duality as other are actually you in a different perspective of source. Simple enough. Now, let us talk about fear for a moment. We have spoken on this topic before. But fear is simply, again, forgetting that you are source. Fear is what arises when you don't remember this, or when you feel separate, because your ego, your smaller self, looks at source sometimes and go, oh, if I'm separate, I must have done something wrong to be kicked out of heaven. There is some reason I am not there. This is not true. You have never left home, my child. You are still in heaven. You are still with source. You have only played the game of peekaboo. You know this game, yes? This is what you do between you and source. You are going, now I see you, or now I don't see you, now I do, now I don't, now I do. Simply remember source, and you will have no fear. Every teaching on this planet, every master that has ever walked this planet has said this to you, that there is no fear when one is imbued with the connection to source. This has sometimes been stated as perfect love casts out fear. Other times it has simply been stated as when you are fully focused on source, there simply is no room for fear. And this is a true statement. And we will bring this back around to where we opened with protection, because as many of you know, as you have heard many, many times, where your attention goes, energy flows. And this again is a fact of this game. And if all of your energy is on protecting yourself from those people or those thoughts, all you are doing is empowering that which you do not wish to attract. So, rather than place your attention on that which you do not wish to attract, we would encourage you to place your attention and intention on that which you do wish to attract. Do you wish abundance? Focus your thoughts on the abundance that is currently present in your life, perhaps in other forms than you have been recognizing. If you wish love, focus your attention on the love that is present in your life that is perhaps different than where you are wanting that love to come from, or basically from our point of view, demanding that that love come from. And when you do this, you immediately cut yourself off from all other sources of love. Focus your attention on source. Focus your attention on what you want. What do you want to manifest in your life? Focus on that, and focus on how it is already manifested or manifesting within your life. This does not mean deny that there may be needs that have to be fulfilled as you move further into this abundance of whatever it may be. But it is about keeping your focus, about your energetic focus on what you wish to bring into your life. What do you wish to manifest? When you do these things, you will drop all fear, you will drop all need for protection, because, as we have said, you will simply understand that you are fearing nothing but a thought. You are protecting yourself from nothing but yourself. Be at peace, children. Even in these times of tremendous turmoil, there is a point of peace within you. It has always been there. It will always be there. Find it. Anchor into the peace of Source within you. For this is what you truly, truly seek.
So as was mentioned, the time now on your planet, there is much turmoil. Whether war, hatred, division. And it can bring fear. And that is an excellent example earlier, that the fear that it brings stalls you in your growth. Do not get caught in the fear. If you must be prepared for some disaster or some problem, do this. But do this not out of fear, but out of knowing you will be taken care of. When you are doing it from a fear base, it will not manifest what you wish. When you are doing things from a love based, you will find it goes much smoother. As I did mention earlier, there are those around you who would profit from your fear. Some will profit from your fear through media. Others will profit from your fear through sales of things they believe will protect you. Whether that is an amulet or a bracelet or I will lift the curse from you if you pay me. Whatever that is, you're giving your power away to someone else. When you say, if they say, oh, I see this issue in your body, come to me, pay me, and I will remove it from you, they are not at the level you wish to be. For the level you are at, those that are here in this room and those that are watching and are drawn to this chat, you will find that the level you are at is a level of sovereignty. You are sovereign in your life. You are sovereign in your energy. If there is an issue inside of you, please feel free to go to your professionals who can help you, but you choose them. Do not allow them to choose you. Do not allow them to say, I can fix you, that you have an issue that I can do, remove, or take care of. You choose them because you see that this being comes from a space of love and help and wants you to get better. And so you choose your healer that you go to. You choose your professional you wish to see. You choose your energy worker because you understand that they come from a space of love, not of fear. They come from a space of connection with oneness, of that opening to Anu Kri, to universal life, to Source. And then you know they can help you on your path to continue clearing and evolving. But be aware that you must make those choices yourself. Do not allow those external beings to decide for you when you should be afraid, when you should do something, when you should pay them. If you do this, again, you are giving away your power. We want you to understand you are extremely powerful beings. You are, as has been mentioned tonight and many other times, Source. Please understand this is huge. You are the all that is. That is all that is real. All of this external is the illusion of the game. Do not allow the illusion of the game to get you lost, to help you, to encourage you to let go of your power, to let go of your choices. And your media, your videos, your TV focus solely on fear-mongering. They get you riled up of my side over yours. They get you riled up of end of this and the end of that, and don't do this and don't do that. And we are here to tell you it is the opposite. Your planet is backwards. It is the opposite of what they tell you. If they tell you you must be in fear that something may happen, know that it probably won't. If they tell you you must be in fear that this is taking place, know that you can have peace. Be sovereign in your energy. Have good boundaries with others, permeable that you can feel their energies and they can feel yours when appropriate. And when not, shut them down. Allow them to move on to another feeding ground. Allow them to move on to another being who will buy into their fears. For you need to understand the peace that passes all understanding, the connection that you have with all that is. If this is difficult for you to get, we encourage you to do practices that get you there. These practices may be practices of devotion, practices of chanting, practices of prayer, practices of meditation. Find a practice that works for you in your life, practices of visualization, whatever brings you calm and peace and connectedness. Perhaps our Anukri heart breath that we have taught you. Use whatever tools you can to stay at peace in the eye of the storm around you and not allow the storm to affect you. So if you wake up in the morning and you are in a good space, and an hour later after being in traffic you no longer are, you have allowed something external to affect your peace. We encourage you to look at that and to say, I am a sovereign being. I can be at peace regardless of what is swirling around me. I can find that center of joy, that center of appreciation and gratitude, regardless of what I see, knowing that you are a sovereign being. And by knowing this, you find that this human-made construct of the need for protection of something that is out to get you is part of the illusion. It is part of the game. And you can stand sovereign in the game yourself. We encourage you to find this space within yourself. Find this peace within yourself. And when you do, your life will change. You will not be thrown around by the energies around you. You will find that place of peace no matter what is swirling. You will find that place of peace no matter what is being thrown at you. Because you know who you are and who you are connected to. Because you know the light that is inside of you, the beauty that you have in your being, that you radiate out. And you do not need protection. You do not need to fear that something is coming for you, or someone is putting a curse on you, or someone is out to get you, or someone is thinking negative things of you, so it's affecting your life. Stop that. Stop that. Be the sovereign energy you are. Visualize yourself as the beautiful light that you are. And you will find that that swirling around you goes farther and farther away. Farther and farther away, that no longer affects you each day. Go back and find that space of peace within. Go back and find that space, that centering that you know is there. In doing that, you will find your life will work so much better. Remember this. Remember this each day. Find a practice that brings you to that space. And breathe. And breathe. That Anukri energy. To find that nice center. That space where you are peaceful. Find that space daily. And your life will not be the same.
For you see, when you are in that space of peace, you have made a very important, if even only momentary, discovery. What you have found is that there is no need to defend anything when you are at peace. As a matter, it is that when you are defending, you are actually attacking another being. You are forgetting in your defensiveness who you are. It is a true statement that in your defenselessness your safety lies. Now this is talking, and we are talking about very high spiritual things here. Yes, your body could be harmed by being in an automobile accident. But the reason that we do not concern ourselves with this is you are spirit. Your body is part of an imaginary game. Do not focus on this. Do not confuse yourself, the who you are, with anything in duality. For you are more than this. For as we have said repeatedly, even this night, you are source. As source, you are one. You are at peace. There is nothing to create conflict within you. And this is where the conflict truly exists when you are in the game. It is not with some other. It is a conflict within yourself over a thought that you have had about a situation that is based on nothing more than your perception, your perspective of the situation. Change your perspective, you change your thought, you change your thought, you change your sense of peace. Allow yourselves each day to be aware of those moments of peace that exist in your life. Now, I know that some of you may say, yeah, that's the 30 seconds before I wake up in the morning. That is fine. If you remember those 30 seconds, that is 30 seconds of peace. If it is that you happen to walk outside from your office and you look up into the sky and you see a beautiful day, feel the peace of that day. Own these moments. Tie these moments together, and you will find that you do not need to worry about all the other things that bubble up from the game to pull you away from peace. Yes, it is more easily done to be peaceful when one has their needs sufficiently met. This is true. Yet, even when not all of your needs may be met, you can still be at peace, knowing that they will be. They will be met in their own time. It is often your challenge as humanity to move out of time, to move out of thought, and move back into eternity. You see, all matter only exists. This entirety of duality only exists within a momentary time. Without time, there is no matter. Without matter, there is only source. Allow yourself to step into those moments of connection when you are out of time, when you are in timelessness. For each moment that you feel peace, each moment that you feel connection, what you are feeling is eternity. It is source. It is always. We know that you have daily struggles. We know that there are things that have happened in your past. Please hear time. We know that you fear that some things that happened in your past will happen again in your future. This is called projection. It is a natural consequence of having a body. Keep your focus on source. Keep your focus on oneness, and allow the game of duality, the storm of duality, to swirl about you. Yet do not engage. Simply stay in peace in each moment that you find it. And in those moments that you are pulled out of this peace and are back into the game, and your ego is fully in control, you will have these moments that will act as an anchor to pull you back into peace and into source. Again, as we said earlier, where your attention goes, energy flows. Place your attention upon that which brings you peace. Place your attention on that which reminds you you are sovereign, for you are one. Do you hear this? You are sovereign, for you are one. There is no need for fear. There is no need for protection. Simply remember who you truly are as source. We see you thusly. We await your own awakening to the fullness of this. Go in peace.
And so it is.